Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Riccaboni, and I'm about to open wrestling stuff. So, last couple of days have been super busy. We've been in the UK. Before that, we were in New Orleans with Ring of Honor. So, a lot of time spent with Colt Cabana, hanging out in the room, chilling. We watched this cool game show called Bullseye. It's from the early 80s. You throw darts, and essentially you won money that way. And the coolest part was charity. Always got more money than the winners, which is pretty neat. Other than that, we had a great time. We went to Wales for the first time. I think that's my 6th country I've called wrestling in. So wrestling's really taken me all around the world. And I came back and I had 2 boxes, the first of which was from High Spots, which we saw just a couple of days ago, maybe hours ago at this point. And the second one was from Pro Wrestling Tees. And the High Spots one was so cool. The verdict there was subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. I've been a fan of the Pro Wrestling crate from Pro Wrestling Tees for a long time. So we're going to open this one up and see where we're at. This one is Mask and Paint 2. When I was growing up, my favorite wrestlers were Sting, The Ultimate Warrior, Demolition. My fingers are crossed. I've not looked at spoilers. Last time we saw Acts of Demolition as the Micro Brawler. Hoping for Smash, because there's been a number of times where Axe has had an action figure, and for some reason Smash has not. So we're going to open this up, and if it's like any other box, yeah, the spoiler card, which I'm trying not to read, if you just can't wait, if you just can't do it, the spoilers are on the back of this card, so I'm going to carefully put that down. First item is a t-shirt, and it's the villain, Marty Scurll. Will not be giving this one away. Marty's a good friend of mine, fellow wrestling figure collector. We talk a lot about the Hasbro set. I didn't mean to out you there, Marty, as a figure guy, but Zack Ryder already has. He calls you Marty the Villain. If you follow that podcast, which you should. Here he is surrounded by a number of villains, including Darth Vader, the Joker, and a few others. It says, last villain standing. Of course, in ROH, all of his friends are dead. The leader of Villain Enterprises, Marty Scurll. I'll be wearing that, but I won't wear it to Ring of Honor. I don't want to make him feel weird. I only do that to Colt Cabana. I only wear his shirts while we're there. Next t-shirt. Aha. Talking about popular series. These two host a popular YouTube series. We have Rosemarie and Ally, Demon Bunny. And, of course, Ally now with Impact, with AEW, had been with Impact, Rosemarie with Impact. This team formed in Impact, if I'm not mistaken. And fun story, or unfortunate story about Ally. She was actually the first t-shirt I ever purchased off of Pro Wrestling Tees. I was supposed to call a match between her and Veda Scott in, I believe, California, Pennsylvania. It was either California or it was outside of Buffalo. It was on that tour, the Reloaded tour in 2015. Unfortunately, huge injury, and she had a really cool operation shirt that was sent to raise money for her pending operation. Ally's really cool, and she's recovered obviously very well since and has done quite well for herself and really awesome wrestler. So this is pretty cool. It's got Ally and Rosemarie. I like that it's gray. You don't see too many gray t-shirts, especially wrestling t-shirts, so this is a keeper as well. And I'm still kind of bummed that I never got to officially call an Ally match. So maybe somewhere down the line. That'd be pretty cool. Up next, speaking of wrestlers that look like Colt Cabana, this is a Matt Classic. Yeah, the 3 stars. This is Matt Classic Mask. So Colt Cabana, a wrestler that looks like Colt Cabana, he's built like Colt Cabana, is one of the all-time great masked wrestlers from Championship Wrestling for Florida, I believe Wrestling Society X. They've seen Matt Classic, and again, kind of built like Colt Cabana, but doesn't have the great podcast. Let's see if it fits. I have a huge head. Let's see. Okay. I think this looks all right. Can you hear me okay? Can you tell it's me? Maybe. Okay. I don't know. It's a little tight. I don't know how those guys do it. This is a pretty good quality mask. I mean, it fits well. I can breathe. It feels like it'll stay in place if it has the ties in the back, just like a regular mask would. So that's pretty cool. now I have the Cabanarana headband and the matte classic mask. Not that they're the same guy, but, you know, just saying. Diva Diaries, featuring Sue Young. Diva Diaries, a series, I think primarily hosted by Rob Naylor, and this one, can confirm, is hosted by Rob Naylor. Rob Naylor spent a lot of time in NXT as one of Dusty Rhodes' right-hand men. Learned a lot from him, one of the great smart wrestling guys that's currently not being used by anybody. He's also from the great town of Shamokin, which of course is where they had a unfortunate fire at Dunkin' Donuts and they ran out of cold coffee. And folks didn't have a place to do their lawyering, if you remember correctly, either. So Rob Naylor's an awesome host. He talks to Sue Young. There's some cool bonus matches. Sue's a great wrestler. She takes on Hudson Envy in 2 bouts on this disc. It's a cool interview. These are all cool interviews. This is from High Spots. If you remember last official episode, we opened the High Spots box, so cool crossover there. Up next, this is actually really cool. Terry Funk has been super popular. He is a Hall of Famer, no doubt about it. One of the all-time great world champions. This is a pin. No mystery here. Chainsaw Charlie was Terry Funk, and interestingly enough, Chainsaw Charlie debuted in the WWF about 1998, I think January 98. He chainsawed his way out of a box, which is the perfect way to debut any wrestler, in my opinion. That's how the best wrestlers debut. And came to the aid of Cactus Jack. And Chainsaw Charlie doesn't have a lot of merchandise. He has one figure, to my knowledge, or he has one figure in the Jack's set. His first figure was one of the small rings. And that's all I can remember. He may have had a Classic Superstars. I'm sure if he did, I will find it and put a little note right here that corrects that statement. But Chainsaw Charlie, in specific, does not have a lot of merchandise. If you like Terry Funk, which we all do, we all love Terry Funk, this is pretty cool. Chainsaw Charlie pin. So didn't expect to see that there. That's a cool touch. And these are all, this is kind of Halloween themed, right? So this is pretty neat. I feel like I should put the mask back on. And our questions have been answered. We got him. It's Smash of Demolition. If you recall back to the last time we opened a Pro Wrestling Crate, we wondered aloud, quite loudly, if we would get to see Smash. Axe of Demolition, the original Axe was Bill Eadie, the only Axe Bill Eadie. He was in the team from its inception and creation. He was one of the Machines. Before that, he was the Masked Superstar. He was part of the creation of the team in early 1987, the year I was born. He then teamed with Randy Colley, who was the original Smash. This is not Randy Colley. This is Barry Darsow. Very quickly, Barry Darsow assumed the role of Smash for the majority of the time. In fact, outlasted Axe in WWF. And we talked about the fact that there are sets where Axe was released. In fact, the LJN was released twice. And Smash, despite being on the back of the box, was never released at all. There's been no pictures, no photographs of any prototypes or anything like that. So this is a relief. I thought we were going to have an LJN situation. And it'll go pretty good with those Road Warriors, of which I have 2 sets now, the red and the black. So this is really cool. Smash of Demolition. And what you don't see too often, this red face paint. His red face paint is on the poster that came out in 1988, which is available through the WWF catalog. And it was available on one Jax figure, but it was not on the LJN because the LJN didn't exist. It was not on the Hasbro. The Hasbro was a white base with the red and the black. And it was not on the Mattel Classic Wrestlers. So Smash, very unique face paint here. Didn't wear this often. Wasn't captured often. It's pretty cool. And then finally, we have our autograph photo. And this is a fun one. It'd go great with that Gangrel. This is Glacier, former WCW star. I was looking forward to Glacier more than pretty much anything in 1996. They started running vignettes on WCW television for Blood Runs Cold. They're very Mortal Kombat looking. And Glacier was the man that would debut from them. Unfortunately for Glacier, the NWO would debut almost at the exact same time. And folks seem to forget about Glacier, but Ray Lloyd is an awesome, awesome dude. he was one of my bucket list guys, and I was able to call one of his matches in Ring of Honor. He was a surprise entrant in the 2017 Honor Rumble. If I had a frame, I'd put it on the wall right now next to Moses Malone. That's how awesome Glacier is as a person. He's one of my favorite wrestlers, had the great crown at Kick, and was the best wrestler in WCW NWO World Tour for N64. No question about it. That's undeniable. You had to unlock him first. So really, this one was a hit. This one, I'd say, is a 10 out of 10 because we got Smash, we got Glacier, we got Chainsaw Charlie, which is cool. And then, my favorite, besides the Marty shirt, we got the Matt Classic mask. So this is it for Ian Riccaboni Opens Wrestling Stuff. Coming up soon, we'll have our series where Ian Riccaboni talks about wrestling stuff with actual wrestlers. We're going to talk with Dalton Castle, Matt Taven, Jeff Cobb, Mandy Leon, some of the stars of Ring of Honor that have had Micro Brawlers and Figures Toy Company figures. And Ian Riccaboni will begin to open the Figures toy set with Ring of Honor. So please leave your questions, your comments, your thoughts below. Subscribe, give it the old thumbs up like Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Ho! And we'll see you later. Happy wrestling, everybody.